Hi everybody, Gail here. I am popping on the camera today to share with you a couple of ephemera folios I have that I'm listing in my Etsy shop. And I also want to say thank you for stopping by. Thank you to my regular subscribers and visitors, and thank you very much for new visitors. If you haven't already, I would love it if you gave me a like and a subscribe to my channel if you find anything that I share with you to be inspiring. Every little bit goes a long way in YouTube land. So these two ephemera folios are similar in most ways. There's just slight differences, maybe in some of the dates of the authentic ephemera that I've put into these, and some of the images are different. I think I'm going to start with this one. So let me set this aside. These folios are approximately 6 inches by 10 inches, and I'm going to say approximately 60 pieces in each folio, and that includes the bag and the ribbon, everything that's in the bag and everything that's in the folio. I have tied these up with about 2 yards of lace. So there's plenty to use as a closure or to use it as anything else you would like to. It's some pretty vintage lace that I have. And the first one, I love this image, guys. I absolutely love this image. And I had so much fun putting this collage together. I think she is just stunning. And also, I will list the designers that I used in the description box below. So this is the image that I collaged on top of this brown paper bag. Now you see here there are some layers of some different brown paper and some vintage text, some sari silk just kind of scrunched up there, some more brown paper and text, this beautiful, beautiful image, a label up here and a label down here, and then just some decorative paper in the background. I'll show you what's in the bag in just a moment. First I'm going to show you the folio. So these folios are all about flowers. I have embossed with some texture paste some roses on this cover. I've added a little bit of vintage text paper in the background, and then this beautiful image of this rose. This is a trifold folio, so when we open it, you'll see that it folds out like this. I have a pocket here, some pockets here, and a little pocket here. So let me pull these out bit by bit, and I'll show you. First of all, I'll show you the background and this little like a tuck pocket. Look at those gorgeous roses. So what I have put into this pocket or tuck, excuse me, sip of water, are these images. First of all, these are some, I put in 2 of these. They're collage sheets from my shop. And I printed them on newsprint. I wanted them to be very thin. You could use them to tear apart to use in collage or anything that you would like. So first of all, there's those. And then there is, let's see, this is my French antique paper. Cotton rag paper. The date on this book is 1787, I believe. There is an invoice from This is authentic invoice from 1889. Actually, it's not an invoice. It's some kind of business letter. I would say from just a few words that it was maybe a vintner or a vineyard, a wine shop, something like that. I'm sorry, I don't know French. I just know that I love the look of it. And then I added this page, which is, it's from an encyclopedia, and it's 1894, I believe. So it's a good sized page. And then I've added this tall journal card or tag if you wanted to cut it into a tag shape, but just to bring it a little closer so you can see some of the details. I've added a couple labels. The background is actually a masterboard that I collaged and then cut apart. There are these gorgeous roses, and I've just collaged them on some brown wrapping paper and some old book page. There's a little scrim under the paper and that label, and then just some flowers in the background. So there's that. And then I created a large like policy envelope. Let's bring it up close so you can see. She gorgeous. And then on the back I did a collage with another beautiful floral image, and this is one of the new stamps from Rachel at RoxyCreations, and a label. And then inside, I think, did I put anything? No, there's nothing inside this one, but it's all ready to go. I did use some vintage paper on the back of the flap. So that's what's in this pocket right here. Let me just tuck those in for now. Then in the middle, in the front here, let me take these out. We have a pocket and a pocket on a pocket. And I've done some more embossed roses. This is a pocket here, and then this is a pocket here, and inside this pocket is a tag that I made. Just this lovely image and a couple of labels, some text page, some floral paper. So that's inside that pocket. And then inside this little front pocket, there is this French, some kind of bill, I believe, or tax bill maybe. It's a payment. Maybe it was a bill and then this was the payment. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember. And I believe it's 1940. Just because I keep seeing this number 40 in these stamps, but that may not be a date. I just keep seeing that. So that's in there. And then I have some vintage tickets. I did a die cut with one of SamPoole's dies, and it's just some lace coffee stained papers. So those go in the pocket. I did just this little, this is SamPoole, her French haberdashery, and just a couple little pieces of some lace. So that goes in that pocket. And then I did this beautiful rose die cut on some blue lightweight cardstock. So I tucked that in there also. And then when you flip this over, there are two tucks on this side. And let me just take these out so you can see them. Because I thought these were so pretty, these images. More flowers. hydrangeas, right up there, my top 3 favorite. Let's see. Then in the back pocket, what I had put was some vintage hymn music, and it's just a little signature that I took out of a vintage hymn book. There is this vintage, I don't know if it's onion skin or not, but it's from a railway company. But you can see that it's very translucent. It's very thin. Listen to that. It may be onion skin, but it may not be. I think onion skin may not be this lightweight. Don't quote me, because I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I just know what I like. And then I used, following Heather at Ruby&Pearlxo, her little tutorial on how to make faux glassine bags out of tracing paper. And that's what I did with this. I just printed the design and then made a bag out of it. And I believe this is from one of my collections in my shop. So that's what's in this back pocket, back tuck. And then there are a couple of, this is a vintage telegram. It's the, I believe it's not the original. It might be. I'm not sure. But it's handwritten, so I don't know if it's actually the original or if it's a copy of the original. But I think this is 1929. Doesn't have a date there, but I see over here that there is the number 29. So there's that. And then this is a vintage from another railway company, just a vintage, what is this, a daily time report. 1965 on that one. Then I have 2 sheets of vintage, what do you call that? Greg Speed. It's not, that's, what do I want to say? Shorthand. 2 shorthand pages from a vintage shorthand book. This is an authentic postcard. And I really can't tell the date from the stamp. 1904. So there's that. And then, let's see, there's another, there it is. There's another authentic vintage postcard. And this one has no date. So I don't know if that one ever got sent. I have, this is one of my Polaroid style images in my shop, and I have embossed the bottom of it. And then I created another tag on some masterboard paper in the background and just collaged. There's some embossed paper here that I just lightly inked, and a label and another label and another label, and then this stunning photo, image, some book page. So it's just a nice collaged tag. And that's all that's in the middle. I think I'm just going to leave that laying there. And then over on this side, there's a teeny tiny pocket. I love these things. Teeny tiny pocket. And I believe that's Rachel's, one of Rachel's papers. And then I used Lorna at TaylorMadeJournals. I used one of her stamps that I have. If you've seen any of my other folios, you've seen this stamp before, Tiffany & Co. And I just did it on a pretty kind of a slate blue lightweight cardstock. And then just 2 small floral images on cardstock. And then I created this little, I saw this done on Mimi's Keepsakes. Marnell, I think is her name. She's doing the 100-day project, and this is one of the items she made following Shabby Dabby Doodah. And these are so cute, I just had to make some. So it's like a little, it's like an upside down matchbook is what it makes me think of. But when you open it up, I've just put in some scrap papers, all different kinds of different scrap papers. So this could be used as a little notebook, or you could tear the papers out and use them in decorating. And I just did some decorative paper on the inside. And then when you close it, I cut a label out and put it on cardstock, and then put that on top of some vintage book page. And then this is just a tuck inside the label. So isn't that adorable? I love these. I'm going to be making more of these. I love little things like this that you can just tuck in. So that is, excuse me, that is the inside of the folio. And did I show you this image? Isn't that beautiful? And let me just show you, here is this side of the flap when you fold it in. And then this is the back of the folio. So that's the folio, and then lots of goodies in the bag. I've showed you it's just a brown paper bag. I showed you that. And there's a glassine bag, and inside the glassine bag, I just tucked an image. Nope, I tucked two images. These two images. And then I just did a grouping of floral, sorry. I didn't know a neat, nice way to put these in there and keep them grouped by shapes, but I put in some floral hearts of that shape, and then I did some floral hearts in this shape. You can see the difference. Let me pull one of those. See, one's kind of long and skinny, and one's a little shorter and fatter. So I did some of those. Oops, I missed one of these. So there's these floral hearts. And then there's another floral heart. Then I did some butterflies, and I did, I got a lot of these little hearts. So let's see, I did two different shapes of floral butterflies. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I did 4 of each kind. And I think that's what I did on the hearts too, but I don't remember. You've got this shape then too. So I think they're so pretty. So that's what's in the glassine bag. And I'm just going to lay these aside right now, and I'll put them together later. And then I did this mini file folder and added some goodies inside the file folder. So here's the file folder. And then the inside. I think that's from PaperDaisy. I think. Like I said, I'll put names in the description box below. I've also added another smaller glassine bag. Here's one, and see, you can see it's quite a bit smaller. And then a small coin envelope. No, I did not put anything in it. So that's in there, and then just a decorative piece of cardstock. Playing card. 2 black and sepia, I guess, black and white sepia illustrations. These journal cards, and these are Ruby and Pearl. And then the back is paper from Rachel. I think it's her plain backgrounds. And then I did an embossed frame on cardstock. I did a floral doily. I did one of these, I can't remember what you call them, but it's a Tim Holtz die cut, and then this is cut out of the center. They're just little pockets that you put on a page, and you can stick things in, tuck little things in there. And then this this die cut, you've probably seen this before if you've seen any of my other videos, because I just love this. I love this shape. I don't know if you can see the holes up here at the top. So those are the items that I have tucked inside this mini file folder. And then I added a piece of fabric that I aged and put a PaperDaisy sticker on that. They go really nice on fabric. And then here's another tag that I've collaged. Isn't she stunning? They're all stunning, these women. This is a journal card, or whatever you want to make of it. I just made it as a journal card. I did some collaging on the back. Again, I just sat down one day and did some small master boards on small book pages, and then cut those apart and collaged on top of them. So that's basically what you're seeing in all of my tags and the journal cards in these folios. Then I included this gorgeous image, 2 large cardstock tags, oops, some embossed cardstock. Then I did some printing on fabric. Now I have left the fabric attached to the paper background, and all you have to do is just peel the fabric off. And I cut them with some pinking shears. I normally rip or tear, I guess is a nicer word. Rip sounds kind of violent, doesn't it? I tear my fabric so that I have frayed edges, but I wasn't sure, not everybody likes that look, so I just cut around these with pinking shears so that whoever gets this can do what they like with them. But look at this. Amazing, huh? Love the colors. Just love the colors in this. And then I printed on fabric. I believe this is Chapter 1. Printed that also on fabric. So you've got these fabric images and then this fabric piece. And then I've just included another gorgeous large image. There is a vintage, this is an antique book that I did some watercolor doodles on. This book is somewhere in the 1700s. I can't tell you the exact date, but it's 17 something. Then there's also an authentic letter and envelope that I've included. This is a page from Godey's Ladies Book and Magazine. This is an authentic page out of one of those magazines. And then this, I don't know the age. I don't know the age on this, but it is handwritten French script on both sides. And the ink almost looks purple to me. It just could be blue that has aged, but it has a purple look to my eyes. And then another antique French book. This one again is 1700s. The 1700s are the cotton rag paper, which I love, and this is just a small signature from that book. And then this one, again, this is a different book. It's called The Retired Gardener, and this is 1700s. This one actually is, this one I know, this one's 1706. I even left a little thread in there for you, string. And then just some avocado dyed lined paper. So, oh goodness, excuse me. My mouth is so dry today. So those are all the items that are in the bag for this folio. Excuse my arm, I'm just reaching for this one. Now, this one is pretty much the same. I'll go through it quickly and you can probably see what some of the differences are, and the differences are going to be either in the dates, some of the dates, or some of the images themselves. Like there's a different image on the front, but it still has the embossed roses. And then the back is very similar to the other one. Used that 1700s French book to collage this to the back. And then it's trifold, so it opens up like so. This one, the difference here is this one has a small pocket on the tuck. If I can get them up. So it has a small pocket with orchids. Aren't those gorgeous? And just an embossed background and some brown packing paper and a label. And I think this is Rachel's RoxyCreations paper. It's either hers or Heather's Ruby and Pearl. And these are similar to the cards in the other folio. It's just that the flower images are different. And then let's see. We have the collage pages. Those are different in this kit. There's that one. And there's that one. And again, they're printed on newsprint. So you can use them however you like. There is a vintage. This does look like a receipt or a bill. Invoice, that's what I'm trying to think of. This is dated 1933. Again, the 1700s cotton rag antique French book page. And another sheet from the 1800s encyclopedia. And then another large collaged journal card. And this is the image that I used on the bag of the other folio because I loved her so much. And then again, a label. And then another large policy envelope with this beautiful woman in pinks and blues and a label. And then I've collaged the back and book page on the inside flap, and I did not put anything in there. So that's what's on this side. Let me sit those to the side here. Then in the middle, basically the same thing. This pocket is all the same thing. It's a die cut, the vintage tickets, the pink tax payment, the die cut lace coffee stained papers, the rose die cut, and then the lace fabric sample. And let me see if I can get a hold of this without taking everything out. The tag, excuse me, in the pocket is different. So again, collaged on the tag, added labels, collaged the back for journaling. So that is the tag that goes in this pocket. Now this pocket is a little different. Okay, I'll take this out. I didn't think about that. Just so you can see. I used different papers, but I did emboss some roses here. So I forgot about that. And then the back of the pocket. And then the tucks. Let me show you let's see. Let me take them all out because I want to show you again. More hydrangeas, just a little different there. So those are the tucks. And then these are all, let's see. This is the same as the other one. These are the same. They're not exactly the same. I should take that back. It is a handwritten telegram. And this one looks like 1929. At least there is a 29 right there in that stamp. I'm assuming that's like a date stamp. It says office stamp. And then this time report from the railroad, and this one is 1965 also, like the other one. But this one was slightly different. And then you've got the shorthand papers and the tracing paper bag. This pattern is different. It's got smaller roses on it. And let's see, we've got another vintage green postcard with some writing on the back that I can't read. And then another authentic postcard. And this one, 1924, Dear Violet. And then another image from my collection, embossed on the edge. It's the Polaroid style image. And then this journal card. There's some lace, some brown packing paper, a label, and then collaged on the back for journaling. So that's what's in the center. And then in the small pocket, again, there is the Tiffany & Co. embossed cardstock. And then another of these little, I don't know what to call them, little scrappy tucks. And just, you know, scrap papers all tucked up in this little envelope-y thingy. You like my words? I have no words anymore. Everything's a thingy. So there's that. So that's what's inside. So there, you know, it wasn't, there were a few, like I said, a few differences, but a lot of similarities, a lot that was the same. And excuse me, the same goes for this bag. Let me take the thingies out. Okay, I thought I had something else in there, but I don't. So here is the collage on the front of this bag. More text paper and packing paper. Sari silk ruffle, label, decorative paper in the back. Beautiful image of a woman in blue holding roses. So that is the paper bag. I'm not going to take these out. I will show you the images because they're different, but the butterfly, you know, the butterflies and the heart die cuts. And then, oh, there's 3 images in this one. So this one has an extra image in it. Ugh, I can't do this. Okay, so there's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. Flower ladies. I told you, these are all about the flowers, these folios. The little file folder, everything is the same except these 2 journal cards. The images are different. And the doily image is different. And the image I used for this die cut is different. Otherwise, they're the same items, just a few different images that I used. So I'm just not going to go through everything. It's just a repeat. Then we have another fabric that I aged and added a Paperlogy sticker to these. You can't even tell that it's a sticker. I mean, if you look really close and study it, you could tell, but I mean, it's not obvious. And let's see, the tag in this one is different. I've stitched around, I think most of these images on the tags I've stitched around. I hadn't mentioned that in the other one. There's a little chiffon bow there and a label. And again, collaged masterboard in the background. Journal card. Collaged journal card. This is just on some old book page on the back. The 2 large tags, large image. This image is different from the other one. And the same embossed page. The fabrics are different. There is this background on fabric. And then there is this lovely lady and her roses on fabric. And then this large image. And these watercolor doodles, instead of blue, they're pink. So there is a letter with an envelope. It's just not the same, but it is a letter with an envelope. and then another page from a Godey's Ladies Book and Magazine, and then the French books, and they're each, you know, their own single signature, just like the other one. And there is a handwritten script page written in French, and then the lined avocado dyed paper. So, like I said, the only differences between the two are some of the images, and then maybe some of the dates of a few things. Not much. Maybe like the letter and the envelope and the business documents. Those would probably have different, and the telegrams would have different dates. These two folios will be listed in my shop when you see this video. And again, I just want to thank you for stopping by, and thank you for each and every lovely comment that you guys leave. They mean so much. And I guess I will see you in the next video. So I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.